Enjoy your Zoa. Oh, no applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time.
That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
There we go. Hello to you, and a good morning to you. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for you this morning. We're going to talk about some HBCUs because one of them claimed the #1 spot on the Forbes advisor list for historically black colleges and universities, rather. So get ready for that. That's our first destination. Then after that, we're going to talk about Lockheed Martin. And for all you Universal Orlando fans, this could be good news for us. Stay tuned for that. General Motors is taking on the tariffs. Everybody remembers that Norway commercial that happened during the Super Bowl with Will Ferrell and Aquafina and also Kenan Thompson. But Norway responded to that commercial. I have not seen it. Neither have you, but we're going to watch it together live, of course. The All Black National Convention is happening. Get ready for that. We'll talk about that. We got some some ex-African to talk about this morning. And y'all just trigger warning that this story is going to really piss you off. This destination is going to make you go there. So just to pre-warn you, that's why I made it the 5th destination. Then after that, we're going to talk about Peach Hetch, the defense secretary that released war plans in the Sentinel group chat to the point where the editor-in-chief of the Atlantic got the plans. We're going to talk about what's happened with him. Jackie Christie, and her daughter. My Lord, Chantel. We're going to talk about them. Everybody's talking about, so we're talking about too. And some business news. Health-Ade got bought by Generous Brands, but for how much? Ooh, wait till you hear how much. We got a lot to talk about. Higher is weighing lows available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. One thing to know, two things for sure, that over here on this channel, a lot happens early. Roll it.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price.
And it's a little early for this.
Right now, this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you're starting it out right. But whenever you're in the daylight, and a lot happens early. Can you feel it? And I say,
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, it is a new morning. Julie Chen, Vincent, Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez. You are right on this channel right here. A lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully all is well for each and every single one of you. Let's get to the getting and doing what we do, because we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for you all this morning. Here we go. Kick it off with some HBCU news, everybody. Here we go here. First of all, let me just give credit to rollingout.com right here. Celebrating 25 years of being a platform on to the next 25. And with that being said, here is here is the destination for you all this morning. This university crushed the #1 spot in HBCU rankings. Ooh, excuse me, sorry. Affordable tuition and exceptional graduation rates drives ranking success. Now, before I tell y'all, okay, it was not a HBCU in Ohio. It was not Philander Smith College. It was not UAPB, home of the mighty Golden Lions in Arkansas, my home state. But what was the university that got the #1 spot? Well, let's see who it is. Florida A&M University. Yes, indeed, has claimed the coveted top position in Forbes Advisor's comprehensive ranking of historically black colleges and universities, marking a significant achievement for the Tallahassee institution and its digital education initiatives. The recognition, announced in late June, celebrates FAMU's approach to making quality higher education accessible through innovative online programming that serves students nationwide while maintaining the institution's commitment to academic excellence. Breaking down FAMU's digital dominance, the Forbes evaluation highlights several factors that propelled FAMU to the summit of HBCU excellence. Chief among these achievements stands the university's remarkably affordable tuition structure, with undergraduate students paying just $5,785 annually. Wow. $5,785. That's basically a Pell Grant and some extra dollars. That's amazing. Wow. A figure that challenges expensive higher education costs in America. Beyond affordability, FAMU demonstrates exceptional student success metrics that underscore the institution's educational effectiveness. The university maintains an impressive 86% student retention rate. Come on, 86%, signaling robust academic support systems and student engagement strategies that keep learners connected to their educational journey. Perhaps most significantly, FAMU demonstrates financial responsibility that sets them apart from peers across the higher education landscape. The institution achieved the highest score for lowest student loan default rates among alumni, indicating that FAMU students not only complete their degrees, but also transition successfully to careers that enable loan payments. That is Amazing stuff there. Comprehensive online learning programs. FAMU's digital education portfolio spans high demand fields including information technology, sociology, criminal justice, and psychology. The university's innovative approach combines asynchronous coursework with synchronous learning opportunities and hands-on fieldwork, creating a hybrid model that delivers comprehensive educational experiences typically associated with traditional campus-based programs. The institution has strategically partnered with Ed2Go to expand its educational reach through open enrollment career training programs. Come on, level up the playing field. That's what's up. Demonstrate FAMU's commitment to serving diverse learner populations and professional development needs. Accessibility and flexibility for students. Working professionals find particular value in FAMU's educational framework, which accommodates demanding schedules while maintaining academic rigor. The university's flexible class scheduling enables students to balance career responsibilities with educational advancement, addressing a critical need in today's evolving workforce landscape. The institution further demonstrates its commitment to accessibility through a modest $30 application fee. And just a pro tip for all of you high school students: if you go to a college fair, depending on the fair, they will actually waive the application fee. Sincerely, they really will waive the application fee. So find your college fair wherever you can. I know they usually have a national HBCU fair. And also, too, pay attention to the college for a brief period of time for free. So, removing financial barriers that might prevent prospective students from pursuing their educational goals. How FAMU compares to other HBCUs. FAMU's achievement becomes more impressive when viewed against competing institutions. Delaware State University, the ranking's second place finisher, charges approximately $10,000 in annual in-state tuition, nearly double FAMU's rate. While Delaware State offers strong programming in public health, social work, and accounting, FAMU's combination of affordability and academic outcomes creates compelling value for students. Top HBCUs recognized by Forbes include Florida A&M University, Delaware State University, North Carolina Central University, North Carolina A&T State University, and Bowie State University. Tennessee State University earned recognition despite lower retention metrics, primarily due to exceptional financial aid coverage that addresses 170% of average tuition costs, demonstrating various pathways to educational accessibility. The future of online FAMU education. FAMU's recognition arises as virtual learning transforms American higher education, particularly following accelerated adoption of during recent global challenges. The university's success validates the potential for online education to deliver outcomes comparable to traditional formats while serving broader and more diverse student populations. This evolution particularly benefits HBCU students who often juggle multiple responsibilities while pursuing educational advancement. FAMU's model demonstrates how institutions can maintain cultural identity and academic excellence while embracing technological innovation. For students considering HBCU education, FAMU's achievement represents more than ranking success. It signals institutional commitment to student success, financial responsibility, educational innovation that prepares graduates for rapidly evolving career landscapes. Congratulations to FAMU for being number one. That is some good news we can celebrate. And listen, I do wish that Washington got out of its own way when Barack Obama was in office, because Barack Obama wanted to make community college for free across the country. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to make community college for free. So if that would have happened, we would have had more entrepreneurs. And because more entrepreneurs would have been in the economy, that means more grants would have been made, more venture capital firms would have been made, and a rising tide lifts all boats. But of course, Republicans thought that was a dumb idea, even though Republicans had to go to school to be able to get a degree, to be able to do a fifth quarter, half of what they're able to do. And it's mind-boggling to me of like, so you didn't want free community college for everybody, but yet you guys do scholarships at predominantly white institutions based on your nepotism and your white privilege. but yet you didn't want to make community college for free for everybody. Okay. I'm just saying. But congratulations to FAMU. Congratulations to all the HBCUs out there. Shout out to UNICEF. Shout out to the NAACP. They do scholarships. The Thurgood Marshall Fund, the Jackie Robinson Scholarship Fund, Scholarly, which was a Black-owned scholarship app, the Bruce Lee Foundation, the Sean Carr Foundation. Shout out to all the Black and MAPOC foundations doing good in the neighborhood by creating scholarships and grants so young people can go to college to get that education so we have a better world than the world we're living in. Not to say the world is bad, but have you seen the world today? Now, with that being said, we talked last night about NBC Universal, Comcast, potentially buying Carnival Cruise Line. Okay, we talked about that last night. So with that being said, like I said before, shout out to rollingout.com, celebrating 25 years here. Yes, indeed. And on to the next 25. The hidden disaster behind Lockheed Martin stock drop, okay? Lockheed Martin faces $1.6 billion. Let me zoom in on that right there. Right there. $1.6 billion. $1.6 billion in charges while missing key fighter jet contracts. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it. Lockheed Martin stock tumbled over 8% Tuesday morning following earnings results that exposed significant operational challenges. The defense contractor reported earnings of just $1.46 per share against expectations of $6.52, driven by massive program write-offs that caught investors off guard. The company recorded $1.6 billion in total program losses during the quarter, including a staggering $950 million charge. I'm gonna zoom in so y'all can see that right there. $950 million charge on a classified. Hang on, give it a moment. Technology works. There we go. On a classified aerospace project. Without these charges, earnings would have reached $7.29 per share, demonstrating the severe impact of these operational setbacks on financial performance. Revenue also disappointed at $18.2 billion versus the anticipated $18.6 billion, suggesting broad challenges beyond isolated program issues. The combination of earnings miss and revenue shortfall triggered immediate selling pressure as investors reassess the company's near-term prospects. Okay. Now, for those of you who are Universal Orlando fans, I want you to stay tuned, okay? Because this could impact that, okay? Cash flow problems compound investor concerns. Beyond headline earnings, cash flow metrics painted an equally troubling picture for the world's largest defense contractor. The company burned through $150 million in cash during the quarter, dramatically missing estimates that called for $1.2 billion in positive free cash flow generation. F-35 fighter jet delivery delays contribute significantly to the cash flow disappointment. These flagship aircraft represent a crucial revenue stream, and production hiccups directly impact the company's ability to generate cash from operations. The timing issue suggests potential supply chain or technical challenges affecting the program. So, the tariffs have been going on, right? Tariffs are affecting everything from phones to food to drinks. Even to build, new Walt Disney World attractions, the parts, they got tariffs as well, right? TVs, cars, like everything is getting tariffed on. So, and not to mention the shoe line, the footwear industry, rather, right? So the negative cash flow raises questions about dividend sustainability, and capital allocation flexibility going forward. While the company maintains a 3% dividend yield, persistent cash generation problems could pressure further shareholder returns. Future business pipeline shows weakness. Most concerning for long-term investors, Lockheed's book-to-bill ratio fell flat, just 0.8 times, indicating the company's the company booked less new business than delivered in the quarter. This metric serves as a critical indicator of future revenue potential and business momentum. None of the company's 4 operating segments achieved a book-to-fill ratio above 1.0x, suggesting widespread challenges across the entire business portfolio. The weak order intake reflects recent high-profile contract losses, including missing out on the new fighter jet program award to competitor Boeing. The anemic new business generation occurs amid rising global defense spending, highlight company-specific execution issues rather than market weaknesses. Competitors appear better positioned to capture emerging opportunities in the evolving defense landscape. Stock performance reflects mounting challenges. Shares have now declined approximately 14% from their yearly peak, with Tuesday's sharp drop accelerating the downward trend. The stock's underperformance relative to broader market reflects investor skepticism about near-term recovery prospects. Trading volume surge on the earnings announcement, indicating significant repositioning by institutional investors. The magnitude of the price decline suggests many holders were caught off guard by the severity of operational challenges revealed in the quarterly report. Technical indicators point to potential further weaknesses as the stock breaks below key support levels. The combination of fundamental deterioration and negative price momentum creates a challenging environment for shareholders. Management faces credibility questions. The size and scope of the quarterly charges raise questions about management's visibility into program performance and risk assessment capabilities. The $950 million classified program write-off represents a particularly large surprise that suggests inadequate project oversight. Previous guidance failed to adequately prepare investors for the magnitude of challenges revealed in the latest results. This communication gap damages management credibility and may lead to more conservative valuations as investors demand higher risk premiums. The company's inability to secure major new programs while managing existing contracts poorly creates a double challenge for leadership. Restoring operational excellence while simultaneously winning new business requires significant strategic shifts. Recovery timeline remains uncertain. While one-time charges should theoretically not repeat, the underlying operational issues creating these write-offs require time to address. The weak order book suggests revenue headwinds will persist for multiple quarters even after cost overruns stabilize. The defense industry's long contract cycles mean today's weak bookings translate to reduced revenue years into the future. This extended impact timeline limits near-term catalysts for stock recovery absent major new contract wins. Investors seeking exposure to defense spending growth may find better opportunities elsewhere while Lockheed works through its operational challenges. The company's franchise value remains intact, but translating that into shareholder returns requires patience amid ongoing headwinds. Am I reading an article about Disney in the future? Management faces credibility questions. Stock performance reflects mounting challenges. Future business pipeline show weaknesses. Cash flow problems compound investor concerns. I'm just saying. Hang on, let me go back. I'm just keeping it a buck. With that being said, what do I think about this? I think that what ends up happening with companies is they get comfortable just doing what they do and they're not willing to diversify themselves. I learned this from my man Bishop. Diversification accessibility determines the company's rise or demise, right? So if Lockheed Martin has been doing the same thing for years and been getting the same long-term money, okay, why expand? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But the problem is eventually the light bulb goes out. So if you don't change that light bulb, then you stay in the dark, right? So with that being said, I want to bring up this man right here. His name is Theme Park Brandon, and he is going to say something about Lockheed Martin here. So I want us to tune to this.
Anything, and people can just, they can build a bridge right across from the parking lot over to anything. I think that's a very smart move for Universal, and this land, to my knowledge, is not occupied by anything, and people can just, they can build a bridge.
Give me a moment, though. Let me refresh this. Sometimes StreamYard and YouTube. So I'm gonna go right here.
Four, where they can actually really focus on a kid-friendly park and have every attraction be, very, very low height requirements or none at all.
So theme park brand is talking about Universal Kids Resort. So he is saying that what they're doing in Frisco, Texas, they could bring to Universal Orlando Resort, because Universal Orlando Resort is more known for teens, young adults, and adults, right? And so they really don't have a kid presence like Disney does. So that's what he was saying there.
I think that's a very smart move for Universal. And this land, to my knowledge, is not occupied by anything. And people can just, they could build a bridge right across from the parking lot over to this. There's a lot of cool things that Universal could do with this. And if they did that, obviously the parking lot right now that the park sits on, or that's right next to Epic, is roughly 47 acres. That's a ton of room. Now, it would not surprise me, and I think we could all agree, that it's only a matter of time before Universal Orlando spends the money on yet another parking garage for this complex of their resort. And they could easily fit a massive parking garage.
I want to pause this here because you're probably wondering, what is this, Braylon? That strip right there is where they can do fireworks. Now, Universal did fireworks for their media preview and for the 4th of July, but they have not done a nightly fireworks show. So that's what that spot is right there. Okay, rolling on.
In this area, plus maybe a City Walk 2.0, like a City Walk South, where you have entertainment, restaurants, and have Epic Universe, then the City Walk, and then the Universal Kids Resort, all located in one. I think that's a really cool fit for Universal Orlando. I just feel like it would do really, really well for the park and for the overall resort. Obviously when they bought this land, they have long-term plans or tentative plans with it, and I'm super intrigued by it. But what's even more intriguing is just to the west of Epic Universe. Now, this area is owned currently by Lockheed Martin, and it's a...
Sir, can you say that 2 more times? I'm gonna put up the closed caption in here so we can see what you're saying, because I think that's very important to our destination that we're talking about. Here we go.
Super intrigued by it. But what's even more intriguing is just to the west of Epic Universe. Now, this area is owned currently by Lockheed Martin. Super intrigued by it. But what's even more intriguing is just to the west of Epic Universe. Now, this area is owned currently by Lockheed Martin, and it's a massive plot of land, 200 acres. Who's to say?
200 acres. 200 acres, ladies and gentlemen, 200 acres. So, hey, Positive Crash Out Vlogs. Hey, gorgeous. Good morning to you. It's good to see. By the way, y'all, she fine. She fine. Okay, she fine. She juicy juice, but like cute juicy juice. Like she's the Haitian treat. Like she fine. Anyway, y'all go like, comment, share, and subscribe to Positive Crash Out Vlogs. Keep your eyes on the road, damn it. Anyway, 200 acres right there. So I want to go back. So that could be a whole nother park, right? This 200 acres right here, which is right next door to Epic Universe. Now, for those of you who don't know, this land was owned by Lockheed Martin, and Universal, sold it to Lockheed Martin, then they bought it back. But who's to say that there can't be a whole nother park where, guess what, there could be literally a crosswalk, maybe like right here, and then there's an entrance right here to this whole other park. So just wanted to bring that to your attention.
Martin, and it's a massive plot of land, 200 acres. Who's to say down the road, Universal decide to approach them and say, hey, you know what? We want to buy this land. It fits within our portfolio. It's right next to Epic Universe. Technically, Universal can fit 2 Epic Universes inside of this piece of land. That's how big it is. Now, again, will they? Maybe down the road. But this area, again, is so intriguing for the future of Universal Orlando, because essentially they could be building the new kids resort plus build a new major theme park on this plot of land with some more hotels and everything else. Like there's a lot to be excited about for this. And speaking of Epic Universe, if you're planning on going to Epic Universe, you're going to want to check out my ultimate guide to the park, where I share with you 25 must-know tips for you to have the best day possible at this world-class theme park. With that being said, please let me know your thoughts on the future of Universal and my predictions. I want to know yours as well. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.
Thank you, Theme Park Brandon. Appreciate you. Good.
Imagine
great job there. So, like I said, that could be. Listen, I just tell the truth. That's all I do. And see, you're not denying anything I'm saying. You see that? See, this is how you really know people play on your top, as the young people say. I said everything that I said, and she did not deny one word of it either. Okay, listen to what they don't say. Okay, all right. So that being said, to all the Universal Orlando fans, that report from rollingout.com could help Universal Orlando buy that 200-acre plot of land and be able to expand Epic Universe. Okay, you see, she keeps laughing because she know I'm not lying. You see that there? You see that there? All right, let's roll on to our next destination from General Motors, everybody. Also, this story comes to us from right here, rollingout.com, everybody. Yes, indeed. Shout out to them. 25 years on to the next 25. Here we go. General Motors battles tariff tsunami. Automaker beats Wall Street expectations while absorbing $1.1 billion of tariff costs and maintain full year guidance. Okay. General Motors report a stronger than expected second quarter earnings Tuesday, demonstrating resilience amid ongoing trade tensions that have imposed significant costs on the automotive industry. The Detroit automaker beat Wall Street estimates despite absorbing $1.1 billion in tariff-related expenses during the quarter, maintaining its full-figure guidance while implementing strategic measures to mitigate future trade policy impacts. Okay. The company posted adjusted earnings per share of $2.53, surpassing analyst expectations of $2.44, while revenue reached this child. If I had this, y'all would not know me. I would not know y'all. $47.12 billion. That's the revenue. Let me zoom in on that. $47.12 billion. That's $47 billion. $120 billion. If that dropped in my bank account, one love, much love, all love. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Bye, everybody. And in straight, that would be happening right now. But unfortunately, I am not there, and neither are you. So that's why we're here spending time together. See, isn't that nice? Well, it's not nice that neither me or you have a fifth core or have that money, but it is nice that we are spending time together. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all you here. Yes, indeed. Compared to the anticipated $46.28 billion. However, shares declined approximately 3% in pre-market trading as investors focus on the substantial tariff burden and warnings of increased trade-related costs in upcoming quarters. CEO Mary Barra emphasized the company's efforts to position itself for long-term profitability while adapting to evolving trade policies and technological landscapes. The automaker continues to navigate the complex intersection of domestic manufacturing capabilities and global supply chain dependencies under the current trade environment. General Motors absorbs massive tariff impact. The automaker confirmed that the tariff-related costs reached $1.1 billion during the second quarter, with company officials warning that the third quarter impacts are expected to exceed current levels. The escalating costs reflect the ongoing effects of the 47 administration's 25% levies on imported vehicles and automotive components. General Motors maintained its previous estimate that annual tariff costs will range between $4 billion and $5 billion for 2025, representing a substantial burden on operational profitability. You know what's really interesting about all this? It is so interesting that remember when Barack Obama bailed out the auto industry? And now because of 47, there might be another turbulent time period for the auto industry. I'm just saying, we did not have these problems under Barack Obama and Joe Biden. And before anybody says, Braylon, you need to stop that. This goes past Democrat and Republican. At this point, we're talking about human beings, okay? Those two human beings did not cause a fifth quarter or a half of the problems that 47 is causing. Y'all not going to sit up here, okay, and make it rain, make it drizzle pee and call it rain. Y'all not going to do that in my face today. Oh no, you're not doing it. Not here, not there, not anyway. Braylon Lee, I am. Okay. Shout out to Dr. Seuss. Anyway, moving on. Oh my Lord Jesus. The company indicated that the second half of the year will face greater tariff exposure with 2 full quarters subject to trade restrictions compared to the only 1 quarter affected during the first half. Despite these challenges, General Motors report making solid progress toward mitigating at least 30% of expected cost increases through manufacturing adjustments, targeted cost reduction initiatives, and strategic pricing decisions. The company's mitigation efforts reflect broader industry attempts to maintain competitiveness while absorbing unprecedented trade policy costs. Financial performance shows mixed results. General Motors' second quarter net income attributable to stockholders fell 35.4% to $1.9 billion from $2.93 billion in the previous year, reflected the impact of tariff costs and operational adjustments. Adjusted earnings before taxes, interest and taxes rather decreased 31.6% to $3.04 billion from though still exceeding analyst estimates of $2.89 billion. Revenue declined 1.8%. 1.8%. I was just talking about billions of dollars. So, okay. Compared to $47.9 billion, there we go, in the year ago quarter, marking the company's first year-over-year revenue decrease since the fourth quarter 2023. The decline represents the largest annual revenue drop since the fourth quarter of 2021, highlighting the significant business impact of current trade policies. The company's North American margin, adjusted for earnings before interest and taxes, compressed to 6.1% from 10.9% the previous year, representing a 44% decrease that underscores the pressure on domestic operations. Vehicle sales totaled 974,000 units during the quarter, falling short of the estimated 1 million units projected by analysts. So here's the thing, right? I mean, it was estimated 1 million units. That doesn't mean it was going to be 1 million units. But basically, anything 5 or higher, you round up. Anything 5 or lower, you keep the same. But basically, it was in the million. It just wasn't on the nose 1 million, right? Strategic manufacturing shifts accelerate. General Motors has announced a $4 billion in investments across several American manufacturing facilities as part of a strategy to reduce tariff exposure and strengthen domestic production capabilities. The initiative includes relocating or expanding production of 2 vehicles previously manufactured in Mexico to United States plants. You know, it'll be really, really good. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. And don't worry. Like I said, we do this all the time where I will bring up something that will help magnify the destination that we're at. Let me bring this up. Let's see here. So this car right here was the Chevrolet Cruze.
Enter beautiful AI.
Now,
Okay,
this
it's an AI powered
right here was the #1 selling compact sedan in North America. And this was built in Lordstown, Ohio. So we're going to watch just a little bit of this, okay? Just a little bit. Shout out to Cameron's car review. Shout out to all the car reviewers on YouTube. Brady's Rides, Auto Buyer's Guide. Y'all are amazing.
Even though crossovers are the main focus for many automotive manufacturers today, sedans still make up a huge percentage of the market, and Chevrolet's Cruze, that was redesigned just last year, is a compact car you may want to consider over the everyday ho-hum crossover. But with many other compact cars having many of the same attributes as the Cruze, is there anything that stands out about it? Well, let's go ahead and find out and check out this 2017 Chevrolet Cruze.
Nice intro, bro. I like it. That's indeed.
Now, the Cruze here follows the trend in the automotive market of having a stylish exterior design, and you'll find this on many other compact cars, especially the Honda Civic, Mazda 3, and the Hyundai Elantra. But I really do like the styling of the Cruze here, and Chevrolet certainly didn't overdo it. You have some slick-looking LED daytime running lights, and then also you have a slightly sloping roofline in the back. And I really think it's tastefully done here. Now, here goes the key fob design for the vehicle. You have a switchblade key, and you have your unlock, your lock, choose your trunk, and your panic button. Not bad looking at all. And then also, not much has changed for the 2017 Chevrolet Cruze since the vehicle got a full redesign just last year, but you will find a new hatchback model so that Chevrolet could compete with Mazda 3's hatchback, and most important of all, the Ford Focus's hatchback. And then also, our trim of the Cruze we have here is the...
So I'm going to go inside just a little bit.
You have the kinetic blue metallic exterior color, and Chevrolet is putting this color on a lot of their vehicles.
This is the LT, right? Now, if you increase it, you can get the automatic. You can get the automatic seats, right? So let's go inside here just a little bit.
Looking interior design, and I really do. Now, stepping on inside of the Cruze here, as you can see, the Cruze features a pretty modern and a pretty premium looking interior design, and I really do love the cloth on the dashboard. I think that's pretty unique there. A lot of vehicles don't do that. Now, push button ignition is optional, but our LT doesn't have it here.
Video from the film and
And what you're hearing there is a 1.4 liter turbo 4-cylinder. Coming to your transmission, you'll find a 6-speed automatic transmission with lower gear selection.
This vehicle is in demonstration mode, connected by OnStar's high.
When you put the vehicle into reverse, this will display your rear view camera with guidance lines, and you also do have trajectory, which is nice.
Yeah,
you can also turn the
guidance lines. For example, the Hyundai, not the Hyundai, but the Toyota Corolla does not have guidance lines. Not the model that I was in with my friend. They might have updated since then, but sometimes those guidance lines, they don't shift in real time.
Off or on if you would like. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the headlights and the hazards.
But
heated
the
exterior mirrors.
This was how
Honda Civic
cheap
and
the car was.
Mexico 32%.
So you see here, U.S. Canadian parts 44%, Mexico 32%. See here. Just showed the price, I thought. Right there. So you see that price right there? Let me see if I can zoom in. $22,720. So you got Bluetooth streaming, CarPlay capability, Android Auto, OnStar remote link, USB charge only, Sirius XM subscription. You got all crash response, all of that, right? So if y'all brought back the Chevrolet Cruze, and just a pro tip, Chevrolet, y'all had a slogan called "Find New Roads," right? So here's more of the Chevrolet modeling system, right? So you got your radio, and you got your phone, you got GPS, all that stuff, right? Not to mention, too, on the Premier model, you also had heated rear seats. If y'all brought back the Chevrolet Cruze and y'all created the Chevrolet Find New Road Scholarship, where proceeds from the Chevrolet Cruze went into the Find New Road Scholarship, do you not know how many people will go to Chevrolet to buy a brand new Chevrolet Cruze for their team? How many people will buy a Chevrolet Cruze for themselves? And then guess what? Not to mention, too, if you really wanted to be about, you could probably do the Chevrolet Find New Roads, Academy, where you 20 freshmen, 20 sophomore, 20 junior, 20 senior, 20 fifth year seniors, you bring them to Universal Land Resort. They meet people from the Chevrolet family, the GM family, maybe some celebrities. And then guess what you could do? You could give all of them a brand new Chevrolet Cruze that was built in North America. Like, listen, it ain't that hard to do, okay? Listen, I get frustrated when people in power know they can do more and they shit in their decision making, okay? And listen, don't act like you don't talk like this at the kitchen table, okay? Because as Wendy Williams said, there is talk that you have in public and there's kitchen table talk, okay? Listen, all right, let's keep it a buck. As you see there, music, maps, messages, iHeart Radio, audiobooks, podcasts, that looks like videos, I guess. But either way, this also came with 4G LTE. Heated seats could be right here. I think bring this back. I think that could also help, right? If you brought that back to Lordstown, because right now I think Lordstown, last thing I remember about them was like an electric truck manufacturing plant, but that didn't work out either. So just bring back the Chevrolet Cruze and bring back the jobs to Lordstown, Ohio, okay? Because that was disgusting. Moving on. Good Lord Jesus. The company recently confirmed plans to move production of a gas-powered SUV and add pickup truck manufacturing capability in Michigan, demonstrating its commitment to increasing domestic content and reducing import dependencies. These strategic moves reflect broader industry trends towards supply chain regionalization and reduce reliance on international components. The manufacturing adjustments represents both defensive responses to current trade policies and proactive positioning for potential future trade restrictions. GM's investments in domestic capacity could provide competitive advantages if trade tensions persist or escalate further. They will. Look who we got for president. Electric vehicle outlook faces policy uncertainty. General Motors electric vehicle segment generated 46,300 unit sales during the quarter as the company navigates changing federal incentive structures. The 47 administration's recent tax legislation eliminates the $7,500 federal tax credit for new electric vehicles and $4,000 credit used for used electric vehicles after September 30th. Industry analysts anticipate that the removal of federal incentives will slow electric vehicle adoption rates and potentially delay new model introductions across the automotive sector. Some research suggests that automakers may experience accelerated EV sales in the third quarter as consumers attempt to capture remaining federal benefits. General Motors has modified its previous commitment to exclusively offer electric vehicles by 2035. Yeah, we're going to look at that commercial here just a minute, because it seems like that commercial is ish now. We'll watch that here in just a second. Indicating that consumer demand patterns will ultimately determine the pace of its electrification strategy. The revised approach reflects industry-wide recognition that EV electric vehicle adoption timelines may require adjustment based on market and policies. That's the thing, like there's not infrastructure for electric vehicles yet. So, because of that, you guys were trying to make only electric vehicles, and guess what? Now you can make your company bankrupt by putting all your eggs in one basket. So let's watch that Norway commercial that happened during the Super Bowl in 2021. Here we go here.
Did you know that Norway sells way more electric cars per capita than the US?
Hang on.
Did you know that Norway sells way more?
What the hell is it doing, man? Okay, see, now you see technology won't work. Here we go.
Did you know that Norway sells way more electric cars per capita than the US? Norway. Well, I won't stand for it. Come on. Never mind. With GM's new Ultium battery, we're gonna crush those losers. Crush them! Let's go, America. Keenan, Norway's out EVing us. Wait, what's this?
Oh, it's my daughter's birthday. She's really into pirates
I don't
lately.
care. Grab an EV, meet me in Norway.
Okay, can I say goodbye to my family?
Nope.
All right.
Aquafina, sorry to disturb you, but Norway's beating us at EVs.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh. Meet me there in an hour.
Can I ride with you?
No! GM's Ultium battery is made for all types of vehicles, so soon everyone can drive an EV. Whoa!
Why didn't we all just go together?
Knowing Will, he's probably flying private.
Yeah.
Hey, Norway, listen up, you fish-loving! Oh, this place is adorable. Damn it. Where are you guys?
We're in Finland. Where are you?
I'm in Norway.
Norway? You're in Sweden.
Damn it. Norway, coming for you. No way, Norway. Knock, knock. It's America. And we're gonna punch you in the face. Norway, gonna destroy you.
Child, I did not know that part was the teaser. Okay, so with that being said, Norway had something to say on that. So let's watch Norway's response. And this is their actual factual response. So here we go.
America is coming for us. Norway is the best country in the universe. How can you hate this? How can you hate us? Me. You want to punch us in the face? You want to do this to us? To me? To the world? We're trying to save the world. Save it.
Damn. First of all, Norway, well done to you. Well done. Well motherfucking done. See, this is what I loved about the commercial. Let's see here. Laughing emojis. I need a new car. Have a great day. Have to jump on me. All right, gorgeous. Feel free to come back anytime. Love you, value, and appreciate you as always. Thank you so much. What I loved about that commercial was the fact of they weren't matching the energy. They were saying like, y'all, we're trying to save it. And then they showed off the fact that they're the #1 electric vehicle manufacturer. Like, that's how you fight, okay? Basically, that dude, and I think Audi is in Norway, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me, though. But basically, this is what Norway is saying. So the fire in this example is the U.S. and the ice is Norway. That's basically what Norway was saying, okay? Good Lord Jesus. So we'll see what happens with the EV revolution in years to come for sure. All right, y'all. Whoa, you thought those were all the destinations I got for y'all? Oh, no. We went to 3 destinations so far. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more destinations to go. Yes, indeed. There's. Let me get this up for you all. That's odd. You see something. So if I type in this. BlackNews.com this morning. Working just fine. Okay, give me a moment, y'all. Because I do want to cover this for y'all. Give me a So here it is here, y'all. This is the All Black National Convention. It's a 10-year celebration that's happening here. This is from Dr. Boyce Watkins, right here. Looks like a video was supposed to pop up. But National Business League, founded in 1900 by Booker T. Washington. Join us August 21st through the 23rd. Join us for a special edition of our annual All Black National Convention as we unite under the banner of a unified Black business agenda with these esteemed partners of the National Alliance for Black Business, NABB, the National Black Business League, NBL, celebrating its 125th quacentennial anniversary, the World Conference of Mayors, WCM celebrating 41 years, the National Black Chamber of Commerce, NBCC, marking 32 years, the Black Business School, marking its 10th anniversary, and the National Alliance for Black Business, NABB, marking 3 years. Expected attendance over 2,500 delegates, including CEOs, small business owners, government leaders, global mayors, investors, and studentpreneurs. And I'm sure that there will be plenty of entrepreneurial content creators as well at this conference. Attention, this is not a feel-good conference. This is a Dr. Boyce Watkins battle-tested blueprint for Black financial freedom / debt, build generational wealth, know Wall Street jargon, launch and scale Black-owned businesses using systems that sidestep predatory loans, negotiate salaries and invest in Black Wall Street, not just talk about it. I already read that. Create a legacy that outlives hashtags and hashtagvism. ABNC 2025 is where theory meets action. So here's the thing, right? And now it finally wants to come up here. So let me do this here. Because I'm just like, what the hell? What the hell? One of the crazy. Because like I said, the link was working this morning. So now Black News wants to load up. So as I get the article together so I can read that to y'all. I'm excited about this, but also too, you should be able to feel good at a conference that you're going to about Black information, right? About building Black wealth, about networking with Black people. You should be able to feel good about that. And here is that article from BlackNews.com. Thousands of brilliant Black minds together. Annual All Black National Convention ABNC returns for its landmark 10th anniversary, bringing together thousands of intelligent Black professionals, business owners, and thought leaders from across the globe. This historic gathering will take place August 21st through August 23rd, 2025 at the Hilton Atlanta Hotel in Atlanta, Georgia. This year's convention marks a momentous partnership between the All Black National Convention and the Black Business School, and the legendary National Business League, founded by Booker T. Washington and led by Dr. Ken Harris, which celebrates its 125th anniversary in 2025. Together, these two powerhouse institutions are united to shape the future of Black economics, politics, and family legacy. The 2025 ABNC promises dynamic main stage sessions, electrified panels, and intimate workshops covering topics like cryptocurrency and the evolving digital economy, restoring the Black family, and nurturing healthy relationships, Black politics, DEI, the 47th era, thriving amidst economic uncertainty and building intergenerational wealth. Dr. Boyce Watkins, founder of the Black Business School and architect of the All-Black National Conference, says it's very important that our people solve our own problems and build a future that we choose for ourselves. Thousands are expected to attend this 3-day experience, forging connections, building businesses, and laying the groundwork for a stronger, more self-determined Black community. To learn more, register, or explore sponsorship opportunities, visit allblacknationalconvention.com. For press inquiries, contact Teresa Kennedy at teresa@boycewatkins.com. So yes, indeed there. So as you can see here, day one, welcome to Atlanta Day, Thursday, August 21st, 2025, from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. Day two, Pan-African Day, Friday, August 22nd, 2025, 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So all day celebration there. The Booker T. Washington Day, Saturday, August 23rd, 2025. 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. So for your tickets, it's a video. No, it doesn't look like it's a video. It is. All right, so here is the tickets here, y'all. So general access, $149, includes full access to the 125th ABNC MBL conference. All receptions, 3 meals, so welcome reception Thursday. Black African Thai Awards Gala or Gala Saturday, then Afterglow Saturday as well. Friday, you get to go to luncheon, access to all networking social mixers, full featured mobile app profile with advanced networking capabilities. So probably a QR code where you can like scan each other's phones, or you can put your phone against somebody's phone and exchange digital business cards there. Digital access to conference materials and session recordings are already seeing reserved for select sessions and events. Deluxe welcome kit and conference materials. All receptions include meal, cash bar, and DJ general ticket. Also includes access to convention speaker sessions and breakouts. So there you go there. Now, for the VIP access ticket, that's $299. That includes everything in general admission plus this here, VIP digital experience, economic elevation circle, private fireside chat with Dr. Boyce Watkins, digital workbook, downloadable interactive economic elevation circle workbook with reflection questions and legacy mapping exercises, VIP digital swag bag, lifetime access to the following courses: Black Money 101, which the value of that is $1,299. The Dr. Boyce Watkins Debt and Credit Mastery Program, $249. Dr. Boyce Watkins Financial Juneteenth Investing Masterclass, $499. And Dr. Boyce presents the Art of Economic Elevation, $799. Total value, $2,846. Course links will be emailed. Discount codes are applied. Just add your Black Business School account to begin. So there you go for that. If you want to be able to go to that, just go to this site here. Go back. So just go to blackfinancialliteracystore.com, and when you go, and by the way, that's Dr. Boyce Watkins' website. When you go, just click this here. It'll take you here, and then get your tickets. All right, there is that there. All right. So this next story, trigger warning for everybody. Okay, this story is gonna make you feel a way. Okay, from DailyMail.com, screaming ex-African victim is dragged back to captivity after attempting to flee from a legal immigrant. Okay. Startling surveillance video captures a woman screaming for help as she is forcibly carried back into a trailer home in Texas, where authorities say she was held as a sex slave for nearly a week. Jose Armando Camano Pedromo, a 22-year-old undocumented immigrant from Honduras, was arrested July 14th and faces charges of aggravated kidnapping and assault after Harris County police discovered a woman being held captive inside his Houston home. The harrowing footage, recorded by neighbors' security camera, shows Perdomo carrying the woman identified only as a Chinese immigrant in a bear hug grip as she kicks and struggles to escape. A dog can be heard loudly barking in the background as the woman shrieks for help. She tried to leave, but this defendant carried her back inside the residence without her consent. A Harris County judge said he tied her up and then sexually assaulted her or SA'd her. Investigators said that the woman had traveled from New York after being offered a higher paying job as a masseuse. Upon arriving, her passport was taken. She was locked in a small closet without food or water, according to the Harris County Sheriff's Office. This man needs to be fucked up the ass with no lube and make him fucking suffer. You piece of shit bastard. Now, I just want to say this because I know that MAGA is going to use this, okay? But this piece of shit bastard, let me go back up. Right here. This piece of shit bastard deserves hell. But that's not every illegal immigrant either, okay? So this is not a win for y'all, okay? You're still fucking racist. You're still fucking trifling. You're still fucking disgusting scum. You're still bigoted. You're still sexist. You are still everything else. Y'all president has a disease where red blood cells can't get to his heart. But yet he's the healthiest president of all time. That's y'all president, okay? So this piece of shit bastard deserves hell. But that is not every illegal immigrant, okay? Moving the fuck on. And here's the footage here. Just fucking sick. Just fucking sick. Right here, Lieutenant John Khalifa, Chief of the Adult Special Crimes Unit at the Harris County Sheriff's Office, suspects the case may be a part of a broader human trafficking operation. After at least 5 days in captivity, she managed to escape the closet and run from the trailer. However, Carmo Pedromo caught her outside and dragged her back inside, concerned neighbor Ladorn. As soon as I drove out of the fence at work, I called 911 to report a possible child abduction, the neighbor told ABC 7. When police arrived at the home on Elderberry Lane near Beltway 8 and Highway 90, they found the woman bound by her hands. There was a small closet with a piece of wood across the door that was screwed into the frame. Lieutenant John Khalifa, Chief of the Adult Special Crimes Unit at Harris County Sheriff's Office, told Fox News they were able to rip that piece of wood off and open the door. It had been tied up. She had some type of object like a sock or something that was used to bound her hands. Despite the evidence, the suspect claims he didn't know anything about the woman in his home, according to Click to Houston, which is bullshit. He knew there was someone in the house, but he claimed to have never seen her or said it was a woman that lived there but did not know her, did not see her, has never had any interactions with her, Khalifa told the outlet. According to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, DHS, Carmo Pedromo entered the United States illegally in 2020. It was issued a notice to appear following a traffic stop. However, 2023 immigration judge dismissed the case, Fox News reported. In response to the incident, the DHS, Department of Homeland Security, issued a statement calling stricter immigration enforcement, saying the department is working day and night to remove heinous individuals. This heinous criminal illegal alien was freely roaming our interior and terrorizing American communities, the DHS wrote on Twitter. Under the Under the leadership of President 47 and Secretary Noam, ICE is working day and night to remove the millions of illegal immigrants in our interior. Law and order will prevail. Authorities now suspect the case may be a part of a broader human trafficking operation. Click to Houston Report. He is obviously not the one that drove her from New York. Instead, he is not the person that drove her from the first location. And we know that there's other people involved. Kalafia emphasized the woman did not know Caramo Pedromo before the incident and described the ordeal as a traumatic experience for an immigrant with no local support. This was a very traumatic event. You know, you're in a foreign country. You're brought from one giant city to another, halfway across the country south. He said she has no friends, no family, nobody is here for her. So we got to do everything we can to ensure that she can trust us to do our jobs and find the rest of the people involved in this. Caramo Pedromo's attorney has released a statement maintaining his client innocent. Our client, Mr. Jose Caramo, is shot by the serious allegations brought forth against him and firmly maintains his complete innocence. We remind the public that under the United States Constitution, every individual is entitled to the presumption of innocence, the right to due process and fair trial. The unidentified woman is currently receiving medical care and counseling at an undisclosed location, and the investigation is ongoing. First of all, fuck the piece of shit attorney that should have been swallowed by their fucking mother. When it comes to children, no, and no. Okay, let's go back to this because I don't like people playing in my face. I don't. I just don't. And like I said, surveillance video captures a woman screaming for help as she was forcibly carried back into a trailer in Texas, right? And not to mention, they discovered that woman being captive inside his Houston home. So what the fuck was that statement for? He tied her up and then sexually assaulted her. He's guilty as fuck. What does he need a criminal trial for? He's not presumed innocent until proven guilty. He's guilty. The fuck wrong with you? I mean, I know attorneys will accept anything to have a check, like the dumb-ass Diddy team. But come on now. Let's roll this.
Has your home been affected by the recent storms? Call the Home Pros at Campo for a free storm damage assessment. Our estimators will work with your insurance company to return your home to its pre-storm condition. Visit.
And that is where we start this evening on KPRC 2 News at 5. I'm Keith Garvin.
Good evening. I'm Daniela Guzman. We'll only on 2 tonight. Chilling surveillance video captures a Honduran national dragging a Chinese immigrant down the street in Northeast Harris County. Tonight, that man is accused of aggravated kidnapping, and investigators believe he's part of a much larger human smuggling and sex trafficking ring.
KPRC 2's Bryce Dewberry is live on Elderberry Lane on the northeast side where deputies made that arrest. Bryce.
Keith, Daniela, investigators tell me that this Chinese immigrant came to Houston from New York looking for a better job and better pay in the massage industry. But when she got here to Houston, someone stole her Chinese passport and she ended up locked in a closet of this mobile home behind me. Then investigators say that this surveillance video that we're about to show you helped them be brought to this location. It is disturbing. Take a look.
Those were screams of hell. And the fact that this piece of shit bastard or bastardess, I don't care if it's a male attorney, female attorney, transgender attorney, I don't give a fuck. The fact that that attorney said innocent was proven guilty, really? If that was your dog, would you be saying the same shit? See, this is the fucking thing I can't stand. God forbid if it happens to you, but you don't give a fuck about anybody else but your fucking damn self. Let's roll on.
That is video from Monday, the 44-year-old woman being carried down the street here after she tried to run away. Tonight, 22-year-old Jose Carcamo, a Honduran national in the country illegally, is in the Harris County jail with an ICE detainer. The Harris County Sheriff's Office got called here because of that video. They found the woman locked in a closet of this trailer with a board screwed across the door. The woman told investigators she'd been held captive for at least 5 days, maybe longer, and she didn't remember the last time that she ate. She also claimed that Carcamo sexually assaulted her multiple times inside of that trailer. And she came from New York before that. Her first stop in Houston, though, is where investigators say she had her Chinese passport stolen, and that's a location that investigators are still trying to figure out. But the suspect told investigators when questioned here that he had no idea who she was. But using that video, they were able to connect him to her, and now they are looking for additional victims as well as suspects.
We believe there are more people involved than just him. He obviously is not the one that drove her from New York. This is a very traumatic event. You know, you're in a foreign country, you're brought from one giant city to another that's halfway across the country, south, and she has no friends, no family, nobody is here for her. So we've got to do everything we can to ensure that she can trust us to do our jobs and find the rest of the people that are involved in this.
So this evening, deputies tell me that she is safe. She's being housed in an undisclosed shelter for her safety. And investigators tell me that that woman did have a cell phone, but it didn't have any service. So they're trying to use any potential location information to track back other places that she may have been or people that she may have been connected to. But investigators really need your help with this one. If you have any information, again, about that suspect or suspects possibly connected to this location here on Elderberry Lane, the Harris County Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers wants to hear from you. We're live in Northeast Harris County. I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
It's terrible to hear those screams. All right, Bryce, thank you.
Thank God there are still good people in the world. Sincerely. Here is from ABC 7 Eyewitness News in New York. From Harris County, Texas. New surveillance video captures what Texas deputies said is a woman being dragged back to a home against her will. Suspect Jose Armando Carano Perdomo, 22, is facing aggravated kidnapping and assault charges. Deputies said they took him into custody this week after arresting him at a home on Elderberry and Rimwood in Northeast Harris County, not far from an elementary school. This motherfucker lived by elementary school. That means one of those kids could have also been in that shithole. And y'all fuckers want to suck the dick and eat the vagina of reality television. That's what y'all want to do. But y'all want to report on stuff like this. I can't. I legitimately cannot. I just can't. Like, it's mind-boggling to me. I just don't get. Maybe people feel like because it's not happening to them, maybe that they shouldn't report on it. Oh, Lord Jesus. God forbid if it happens to you or somebody you know, though. Keep that same energy. Because what does Coming Reality Show do to help somebody? Not shit. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply. And by the way, here's the thing. Don't get big mad at other people for not watching a show. Like, that's their right. I mean, if you want to be a one-trick pony and be big mad and say, listen, if it gets too heated, I'm going to turn off the comments. If you have enough vaginal tissue between your legs to put out the content, then be big, bad, and bold enough to leave the comments on. And 10,000 is still 10,000 viewers lost, okay? Good damn. I can't do this shit. Like, bruh, if you ain't got no content, just say that. Damn. This story matters more than a fucking reality show that comes on Saturday. I can't do it. She tried to leave, but this defendant carried her back inside the residence without her consent. A Harris County judge said he tied her up and then sexually assaulted her. Prosecutors said this all started when Caramo Pedromo brought the victim willingly from New York to Houston, but deputies said when she arrived, the suspect took her passport and held her against her will. She was not allowed to leave that room for 5 days or more without food or water, a judge said. Prosecutors said that when she finally made a run for it, the neighbor who captured the surveillance video took action. As soon as I drove out the fence at work, I called 911 to report a possible child abduction. He does not want to be identified, but told ABC Houston affiliate KTRK he knew something was off and thought it was a child at the time. It's very disheartening. He said investigators said when they finally arrived at the home, they found the woman locked in a closet. The neighbor told TKRK that he wishes he could have done more. I just want to say this. The fact that your camera captured that, sir, and you called, you've done more than anybody else could have done. And you did do something. So don't beat yourself up for that. Especially being right next door. I'm angry with myself that I didn't pick up on it sooner, or maybe done more, even though, like I said, I had that feeling that something wasn't right, but who knows, it could have made a bit of difference with other people, maybe other victims, he said. The sheriff's office does believe that there could be more victims. They're asking anyone who come in contact with the suspect to contact them. ICE also confirmed that they have a detainer on Caramo who said they entered the country legally in 2020 from Honduras. So let's play this here. Hang on, y'all. Give me one moment. Hang on. As it said, lost the audio. Give me a moment. And like I said, people can do what they want to do, right? But please, for the love of God, have some brain cells to form a brain to recognize the world is bigger than you. Sincerely. I can't do it. Like, you want to shade people who ain't watching the show. That's their right. And plus, not only that, why would you review a show and watch a show that brought you so much hell to the point where you want to leave the sector? I don't get that. That's having the black destiny, black proxy, and black imagination to just do what you want to do and think nobody has the right to respond. But anyway, let's keep going. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply. Here we go.
Well, tonight we're getting a closer look at what prosecutors say was an alleged kidnapping and assault in Northeast Harris County.
They say it happened on Elderberry and Rimwood. That's also where deputies say they arrested the suspect.
Jose Armando Carcamo Perdomo was taken into custody this week. ABC 13's Brianna Willis is live at the Harris County Courthouse with the latest on this terrifying story. Brianna?
Yeah, Gina, Carmarco appearing here on those assault and aggravated kidnapping charges. Today, I actually spoke with a neighbor who captured this disturbing surveillance video, which deputies say shows a woman being dragged back to a home after trying to escape. Very, very scary here. Harris County deputies say it was just next door at this mobile home where they found the victim Monday in a closet. The woman says she willingly came to Houston from New York, but when she arrived here, prosecutors say Carmarco Perdomo locked her in a room for 5 days without food or water. They say when she tried to escape, he dragged her back, punched her, and then sexually assaulted her, and then locked her in that closet. We spoke with the neighbor who called 911 after seeing this surveillance video. He didn't want to show his face, but he says he is still in shock that this was happening in his neighborhood.
And especially being right next door, you know, I'm angry with myself that I didn't pick up on it sooner or maybe done more. Even though, like I said, I had that feeling that something wasn't right, and who knows, could have made a bigger difference with other people, maybe, you know, other victims.
And the sheriff's office does believe that there could be more victims. They're asking anyone who's been in contact with him to contact the sheriff's office. ICE also now confirming there's a detainer on Carmarco after they say he entered the country illegally back in 2020 from Honduras. We're live downtown. I'm Brianna Willis, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Brianna, thank you.
Yes.
Well, tonight we're getting a closer look at what prosecutors.
So shout out to that brother for doing the right thing. And of course, here it is from Click to Houston, just to show you guys that this story is being covered as it deserves to be covered. I will never apologize for saying what needs to be said when it needs to be said. We have too many dividers in our world and not enough uniters. It is the dividers that have the most confidence, and it is the uniters that are the most scared. But it should be the other way around. That the uniters should have the most intelligence and the dividers should have the most ignorance. And of course, this is from Fox News as well here. So thank God that the right thing was done here, and the victim is receiving counseling, and medical care. And hopefully that fucking bastard that should have been swallowed by his fucking mother gets everything he deserves and then some. All right, y'all. Child, more Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here and right now. From the Daily Mail, exclusive: Pete Hesh hit by deeply embarrassing allegations as leaked letter calling for his removal rips through the Pentagon. This is the president that y'all voted for. The rest of y'all voted for. This is the administration that the rest of y'all voted for. The government we have in all these states, these are the officials that the rest of y'all voted for. Okay, here we go. An effort is underway among some Pentagon officials to denounce Pete Hesh as unfit to serve as Defense Secretary. DailyMail.com can reveal. Since May, drafts of a letter have been circulating among high and mid-level military brass workers to let the American public know this guy has no clue what he's doing. But yet Tulsi Gabbard, the director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard and intelligence should not be in the same sentence, okay? Said that Pete Hesh committed no crimes. Oh my God. One of them told DailyMail.com, Sean Purnell, the department's chief spokesman, came to his boss's defense, characterizing the letter as house intrigue or sensationalized mainstream media gossip that he says Americans don't care about. Oh no, we do care about the fact that our officials in government actually know what they're doing. We do care about that action. They care about action, but we also care about people taking responsibility for what the fuck they do. We also care about that. Reads his statement. 3 Pentagon officials, 2 military and 1 civilian, and each with at least 20 years of the department spoke on the condition of anonymity. Aside from losing their jobs, they fear prosecution by 47's administration and being replaced by people with less experience who would be less apt to challenge some of Hesh's decisions. Each said the letter calling for his ouster won't be made public until next week at the earliest. They describe its contents in the meantime, with complaints ranging from politicized decision-making to department-wide dysfunction, low morale, and climate paranoia driven by what they describe as Hesh's obsession with rooting out dissent. Now, that is a microphone from Fox and Friends. So apparently they were live on Fox News, and they thought that this moment of an American flag being a suit jacket was TV worthy. Wow, Fox. Really? Really? You thought that was amazing television? Okay. This is the defense secretary right here. You know what's happening with all his supporters, right? Because his supporters are upset with the Epstein files not being released. You know that Coldplay concert thing, and by the way, that Coldplay thing has been happening all over. Actually, you know what? Hang on, let me see if I can bring it up. Now, yo, when I show y'all this, I saw this. I'm just like, you know what, Philly, your ass ain't right. But I love it though. I want y'all to see this because I feel like this is how the 47 supporters are holding 47 in their arms. I feel like they're
Safety Plus, the Mazda CX-90. Discover more at the Mazda Summer Sales Event.
Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Philly, spotlight, Philly to me. This is my life. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. To show y'all that, and I feel like, and look right here, right? Hang on, where is it? Right here. Okay. So this is, so here it is. Here, let's go back. Right here. Let's go right here. Okay, so this is right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, this woman right here is the 47 supporters, and that's the president. So when America sees the bullshit, this is what his supporters and him and the president does. Oh shit! Oh damn! Oh fuck me! Oh what? Oh! Help! I'm not together! Oh! See, this guy is more confident in supporting his wife than 47 supporting the president. Okay, that's how bad this has got. Okay. Moving on. I just had to show y'all that because I thought that was so damn funny. They point to his preoccupation with optics, sign his installation of a makeup studio in the Pentagon. Yes, makeup. Yes, make a makeup studio inside the Pentagon. His stage photo ops lifting weights with the troops, and his new grooming and shaving policy for servicemen. He has branded himself as the epitome of his so-called warrior ethos that he's always talking about, one insider said, and that Hesh appears to be reshaping the military into a cross between a sweat lodge and the WWE. They said the letter decries the defense secretary for issuing orders and setting policies without considering or even hearing input from intelligence, security, and legal advisors. As all three insiders told us, the letter also cites dysfunction and chaos in the department due to what they say are Hesh's inattention to, indecision on, and inconsistencies regarding several military matters, big and small. Those include defining the role the U.S. military should play in space and set up a realistic timeline for building the Gold Dome missile defense system, a top military goal for 47. Remember Space Force? That was actually made into a comedy on Netflix, by the way. They also include clarifying the channels by which the Pentagon personnel should use and should not communicate with each other. So as you guys know, Signal was one of the biggest platforms that they used in Washington. Okay. Yes, indeed. Oh my God. That clip took me out, y'all. I just I just had to let y'all know. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. Oh my God. Let's see here. One insider said Hesh top aides are clamping down on contact between workers, even when there's no security, professional, or ethical reason to do so. Insiders describe what they perceive as Hesh extreme distrust of the military and civilian personnel work at the Pentagon, especially senior staffers who speak out when best practices are sidestepped or institutional memory ignored. They said Hesh's preoccupation with sussing out leakers and critics in the department has caused bureaucratic log jams, brought some basic but essential military business to standstill, triggered some sense of paranoia throughout the building. One of the officials said some Pentagon personnel feel pressure to attend the Christian prayer services Hesh arranged during work hours, even though they're supposed to be optional. What the hell? This is not Liberty University, where you and your wife can screw with a young. Oh, I gotta put this. This is not Liberty University, where Pete Hesh and his wife should be able to have a cuckold relationship, where Pete Hesh's wife gets a young man to screw her, and you're running a Christian university. That's not this. This is the Pentagon. These people are in charge of protecting us. What the hell? What crazy is going on here? The two spoke of disdain among many defense officials about the secretary's preoccupation with optics, token gestures. They said have little to do with defense. They cited the makeup studio for the former Fox News personality and fitness buff had installed at the Pentagon and his assistants on being photographed lifting weights and doing push-up with troops. He wants everyone as fit as he is, but he also wants everyone noticing how he looks. Aside from Hesh's review of fitness standards, he also has focused on military grooming, including specific instructions on how members should shave. Under his new policy, soldiers with a skin condition that causes razor bumps and affects mainly black men could be discharged from service. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? There's a thing called acne. There's a thing called medical, diagnoses. Like, come on. Oh my God. But God forbid Pete Hesh has a bad, allergic rash or something, and his face look bad. Can we say that, because you have this allergic reaction, you can't be the Secretary of Defense? Miss me with your shit. One insider point to current tensions in Europe and Asia and a full-out war spanning from the north to the south of the Middle East, and said with everything that's happening in the world, he's choosing to focus on razor bumps seriously. One also cited last month's mobilization of about 4,000 National Guard troops in response to protests over immigration raids in Los Angeles. As an example, Hesh ignoring his department's advice. Nobody in the building thought that was a wise idea, one of the insiders said. Few in the Pentagon also restored the names of military bases that had previously honored Confederate generals. That insider said Hesh's repeated criticism of diversity policies had led to far more racist incidents than before the secretary took office. He noted that Hesh's anti-wokeness agenda has also prompted suspicions among many non-white service members and Department of Defense staffers that their job performance is being scrutinized more closely than those of their white colleagues. Some people are being looked at as if they don't deserve their positions. He said that the effect that has on productivity can't be overstated. Parnell, the Pentagon spokesperson, credits Hesh with record high recruiting numbers, European allies agreement to meet 47.5% defense spending target, what he calls the flawless success of U.S. bombing Iranian nuclear sites on June 22nd. Secretary Hesh has successfully reoriented the Department of Defense to put the interests of America's war fighters, American taxpayers first, and it has never been better positioned to execute on its mission than it is today. His statement reads, the Department of Justice historic accomplishments thus far are proof that of Secretary Hesh's bold leadership and commitment to the American people and our men and women in uniform. 3 Pentagon officials we spoke with told us that there's a small group of their colleagues, including officers from all military branches except for the Coast Guard, and some civilian workers met at a private home in May to discuss how to get the word out about what they view as Hegseth's incompetence. They agreed the message would be stronger from current than former retiree and retired Department of Justice personnel. Attendees jointly decided to give themselves a few months to agree on the wording of a joint letter that they would either send to the news media or run as an ad in a major newspaper or launch via social media or a newly created site. They set a deadline for mid-July this week to finalize the letter so it could be made public next Friday, the 25th, which is coming up here in 2 days, which marks half year in office. The letter is written, but as the launch date nears, organizers are undecided about whether it should be signed on by a few people willing to jeopardize their careers, or if there's a way to organize broader engagement throughout the military by protecting signers' identities. The group is in discussions with a public relations advisor, tech consultant, and community organizers in hopes of finding a way to broadcast their complaints far and wide throughout the United States while limiting the risk of retaliation. We need to believe it's possible, one of the officials told us, adding that a solution, if one exists, may not be feasible before next week. The effort comes after Hegseth, a former Army National Guard officer who had limited experience running large, complicated organizations, got off to a bumpy start, leading the country's biggest bureaucracy. During his confirmation process, critics raised concerns about his treatment of women and issues with alcohol. 3 Republican senators, including Mitch McConnell, voted against his appointment, and J.D. Vance casting a tie-breaking vote. Less than 2 months into his tenure as defense secretary, a group of national security leaders discussed a planned military strike against the Iran-backed Houthis in Yemen on a group chat using a non-secure group chat on Sentinel that accidentally included the editor of The Atlantic magazine. The Sentinel Gate scandal caused 2 of Hegseth's top aides and the chief of staff to the deputy defense secretary to be booted from the Pentagon. 47 ultimately fired National Security Advisor Michael Waltz, who organized the chat. So you're going to fire the person who organized the chat, but not the person who gave out the plans. Wow, okay. Meanwhile, several outlets report that Hegseth shared sensitive information about the attack and Sentinel chain text with his brother, lawyer, and wife. Isn't there a protocol by you sharing information to other people? I cannot. God forbid if this would happen under Biden or Obama, my Lord Jesus. Republicans would be losing their heads, their vaginas, their dicks, and everything in between. I cannot. Okay. 47 at least hourly has been steadfast in supporting Hegseth, who arranged for the military parade the president had long won, but was denied by Pentagon officials in his first term of office. And nobody came to it. It was mute. Hegseth also embraces 47's American First ideas. The secretary's willingness to carry out 47's isolationist goals was starkly clear this week when he abruptly pulled about a dozen high-ranking military speakers from the Aspen Security Forum. 4-day summit in Colorado for years has drawn officials from Republican and Democratic administrations to publicly share ideas with the world's leading national security and foreign policy experts. So wait a minute. Oh my God. This fucking idiot has a career? Oh my Lord. Okay. So you mean to tell me that this forum where Republican and Democratic administrations come to share ideas that can help the world, you pull them out of it because 47 doesn't want to work with people across the aisle? Okay. All righty, let's roll on. With the world's leading national security and foreign policy experts. In a statement to Just the News, Pentagon Press Secretary Kingsley Wilson derided the event for promoting the evil of globalism, disdain for our great country, and hatred for the President of the United States. Guess what? The people of the United States hate the president too. In case you did not know, what the hell? And not to mention, you do have to work with foreign adversaries. Like, there's a deal with TikTok happening. What the hell? What the hell? What the crazy going on here? One attendee of the conference told DailyMail.com last Thursday that the Defense Department's absence from the event is a worrisome sign that Hegseth is sealing the military off from outside opinions and potentially helpful input. Another cancellation Another call cancellation, boneheaded, and it is. Child, let's roll on. Because speaking of boneheadedness, this article right here from Yahoo! Child Entertainment. Jackie, Christie, and Dar Chantel come to physical blows on Basketball Wives LA, okay? So trigger warning, this article contains descriptions of family conflict, physical altercations that may be upsetting or triggering to some readers, okay? And this comes to us from Vibe Magazine. Jackie, Christie, and her daughter Chantel have always had complicated relationship, but on the latest episode of Basketball Wives LA, things went from heated to explosive. What started as a build-up of tension between mother and daughter quickly spiraled into a physical altercation that left fans stunned. Security stepping in on the latest episode, which aired Monday night, July 21st, so 2 days ago. Chantel, who officially joined the cast full-time this season, attempted for what felt like the umpteenth time to have a real conversation with her mother about their past issues. But once again, the talk went nowhere fast. Chantel's aggressive, no-nonsense delivery clashed with Jackie's passive, deflective tone, turning what could have been a breakthrough moment into yet another breakup. It all started with Chantel declared she would be moving forward with Jackie in her life and stormed off from their sit-down, only to double back with a string of insults toward her mom as Jackie calmly tried to guide Chantel to exit her room. She warned, "You can't bully anymore." Chantel, clearly frustrated, wasn't having it and fired back, turning a heated argument into a shocking physical altercation. Jackie, clearly operating from old school parenting playbook, lunged at her daughter with closed fist, causing Chantel to stumble back. "Shanti, I will knock you out. I will knock you out," Jackie shouted as security rushed to separate them, but stunned Chantel fired back, calling her mother a dumb-ish, her words, not mine, and threatened to call her father, Jackie's husband, Doug Christie, to tell him exactly what went down. Now, I'm just going to say this. Her calling dad ain't going to do shit. Because you, the daughter, that's his wife. Okay? So here it is, trigger warning for everybody.
I wanted to give you an opportunity to clean your name up. If this how you want to
clear my name up?
Chantel, listen. If this how you
I need to clear my name up?
Girl, stop.
Do you hear yourself?
Stop.
I need to clear my name
I'm gonna say
up?
this.
Please say it.
I
and
love
record
you.
it while you're
I
at
ain't
it.
recording
So you
nothing.
can
I
run
look
it back
to
to
see.
Dad
I
and Douglas
look.
and
Stop.
continue to lie to them and tell them that what
my
happened
God.
didn't happen.
Shanny.
So that when they see this, they see you for the violent individual that you are.
Stop?
No, I'm not going to stop.
Okay.
And I'm not going to let up. And I'm
Well,
going to
guess
speak
what
the
I
truth
want
to
you to do?
every
I want
single
you to
time. I
get
have
up.
zero respect
I want
for
you to get up and leave
Zero
my room.
respect for
Get
you.
up and leave my room.
Zero
okay,
respect
bye-bye.
for you. Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank
Just
you.
leave. You look very
Thank you
cute.
for wasting my time.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, girl.
Bye-bye.
Have a great night, girl.
Bye-bye.
Good
I
night, girl.
Good night, sweetie. Good night.
Be well.
Good night. I
Seek
will.
help.
That's a much better exit.
You right.
Good night.
You right. And
I
you
love
think you look better?
Bye-bye.
Do you think you look better? Do you think
Jenny,
that you fixed the situation?
no, I
Because you're
don't.
sitting here looking
I don't.
stupid.
I don't.
Look how you
I
look
don't.
as a mother, Jackie.
If you don't
Look how
get
you look as a mother.
Get out of my room.
Don't touch
Jenny,
me.
I will
Don't.
Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go.
Bitch, you
Let me go. No, you guys
Oh, you put your hands on me?
Let me go.
That's the end of it. That's the end of it. That's the end of it. You put your hands on
I'm
me.
going in my room.
Call Dad. Get him on the line, Jackie. Call Dad. You goofy as
Chantel, you push first, child. Okay. While the physical altercation was shocking for longtime fans of the show, wasn't entirely out the blue. Jackie and Chantel have had a rocky dynamic for years. The emotional baggage between them has always been a part of their storyline. Chantel has previously accused Jackie of being controlling, emotionally unavailable, especially when it comes to how she handles her children. She's also publicly expressed frustration over what she sees as favoritism, particularly how Jackie has treated her versus her older sister, Takari. Jackie's daughter from previous relationship has gone on record past seasons about feeling she was treated differently because of her darker skin tone, basically colorism. That conversation about colorism has loomed in the Christie family, and Chantel has often been stuck in the middle trying to navigate all. Now that Chantel is on Basketball Wives as a full-time cast member, the cameras have zoomed in on the emotional wounds between her and her mother, playing out for the world to see. Fellow cast members such as Brittany Renner, Ming Lee, and Lazada. Others have sided with Chantel after hearing more about her stance against her mother after the fight aired. The internet also had a lot to say. Fans were divided, with some side with Jackie arguing that no matter how intense things get, you never lay your hands on your mother when you're a road. I don't care what your mom do, you never put hands on your mom. Respect her. Best thing you could do is walk away, but she did. She's the problem. Others pointed out the generational trauma at play, acknowledging While both women have feelings, therapy is long overdue. One fan tweeted, I can never talk to my mama like Chantel does Jackie. I'll bet knocked it to next week for real. Casket, the church, the burial plot, the food, and everything else would have been already paid for if I did a fifth or half of that. So I feel you to that commenter. Another viewer after watching, I've seen Jackie try to talk to her multiple times. Every time Chantel gets super aggressive and won't get to the point. If I throw a jab or two, then Jackie dismisses the convo and deflects. Both of them need to get therapy. And her pushing her mom and not thinking she's going to 2P. She was crazy. The physical blow up wasn't just about a single argument. It was clear about years of built up resentment, tension, emotional baggage that finally boiled over as a publication. Neither Jackie, Christie, Doug, or Chantel have addressed the fight publicly, but the preview of the upcoming episode seems to dive deeper into what happened that day. So, child, listen. Not Jackie, but Chantel did what she did first. That was clear to see. So here it is here, as you guys saw, right?
Your side of what happened and went down in your hotel.
I'm not talking about Chantel. Not in the least bit. So any questions regarding her is a no.
Please get me up out of here. That's a good idea.
She came in here and tried to say we were done and jumped in my face, pushed me, said you don't love me, it's a lie, all this kind of crazy stuff. She's out of control.
Oh, you want to put your hands on me? She swung on me.
She swung on you?
People start grabbing and holding. Security grabbed me. Security grabbed her.
I never thought that it would get beyond the point of mother and daughter having a brawl in Hawaii.
For her to put her... Jackie, if you don't
get... How you look as a mother? Get out of my room. Don't touch me. Don't knock you out.
And tell us to the cameras, we didn't have this issue.
We didn't?
No.
So we've had a great relationship?
Shani, have we not?
Have we had a great relationship?
Okay, then you should probably be able to share with me why you feel that.
Mom, I'm asking you a rhetorical question. I feel like there's a huge difference between Jackie, the mother, and Jackie, the personality. And I think that version of Jackie is who came and sat down in front of me right now. I don't want to be a part of the lie.
All as I know.
You're so sad.
All as I know.
This is sad.
It isn't.
It is.
All as I know is I agreed to sit
help.
down again with you to have this conversation for you. It ain't for me. I wanted to give you an opportunity to clean your name up. If this is how you want to clear.
So this comment here, this tantrum, Chantel's throwing is so exhausting to watch. Your mom's literally speaking to you, not at you in a calm tone. It was open for resolution, but here you go with the cussing, you yelling, the gaslight, then harass her through the hotel like you wanted to fight your mama. I would pop my child to shit, Bob, go to bed, leave me alone. Jackie swings first, her daughter shoves first. Change the caption, Jackie was not wrong. So as you can see here, a lot of people are agreeing with Jackie. You know what I mean? So one person says how she treated Takari, that Jackie deserved it. Please, let's not act like we haven't watched Jackie season after season. We've seen her create drama, lie, constantly throw the rock in her hands. We know Jackie is not even close to being innocent. Regardless, not cool. So here is this. This was from Carlos King. Okay. Here we go.
Your daughter is a cast member this season. Going into this current season, is that something that you were approached in terms of being okay with it? Or did you find out she was a cast member by filming or her telling you?
No, she has actually been a cast member for years, since 2018 or before. You know, she used to make appearances on it because she's my daughter. So she had a contract from 2018. I don't know what the thing was. She would make appearances, but she hadn't officially signed on until this season. And I had spoken to the network and work first. We had talked about if she would have interest in it. Then I spoke to my daughter to see if she would have interest in it. And, you know, she's always been kind of hesitant. Like, I don't know, Mom, that's really not my thing. That's more your thing. I'm really into that. So I was like, would you want to come on like as a full cast member? Because I know, you know.
Your daughter is a cast member this season. Going into that,
to sit down with your mother, because prior to the camera.
So it says here, Jackie even shared that she was happy to have her daughter on the show. So it says here, you can't always invite family to the table. Seemed like the daughter switched up. When the lights came on, she couldn't be my kid because the disrespect would not be tolerated. Chantel needed BBW basketball wise to prove her income, to win that custody battle. She could move to Cali. Jackie definitely helped her. Jackie's love Mary men. This as soon as she said, I'm asking a rhetorical question, told me everything I need to know. Chantel took that chance and literally made a complete mess of herself. Chantel moved into the same building and asked her mother all the place she could have chosen. Safe to say the relationship wasn't that bad, that part. Finally, everybody here, Health-Ade got sold to Generous Brands for $500 million, okay? So this comes to us from bevnet.com there, and Generous Brands has acquired Health-Ade. Now, for those of you who don't know, Health-Ade is really, really a good brand, but now they have 4 brands. They have Old House Farms, Evolution Fresh, Health-Ade, and Saban beverages, right? So they got juice, smoothie, cold pressed protein, coffee. Now they do have already an alternative soda, right? Called Evolution Soda, but it is not popping like it should. And with Health-Ade, the cool thing about this acquisition is not only do they get all the flavors, but they also get all the warehouses and the manufacturing facilities, right? So yes, indeed, there's some business news for you all there. Just wanted to bring that to y'all. And then here it is here. So they have kombucha in cans, they have kombucha in bottles, they have blow up kombucha, which is more like a type of champagne experience. Or champagne energy for kombucha, and then Sunset is their soda with benefits, right? With no stevia, okay? So with that being said, y'all, of course, I do have a positive news story for y'all, because we always have to do that right here for you all. Let me refresh this. Right here it is from the Jasmine brand. Roll it.
Uber announcing a pilot program called Women Preferences, where women riders can choose to have a female driver. Also, female Uber drivers can set a preference for booking women riders. It'll debut in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Detroit in a few weeks. And if successful, they hope to expand this nationwide. Now, Uber has faced scrutiny in the past over safety for women riders and drivers. And the company says the Women Preferences pilot is something that's come directly from user feedback. Women want more of a sense of safety from the app. So here's how it works. For riders, they can request a female driver on demand, but it's only about 1 in 5 Uber drivers nationwide that are female, so it's not guaranteed. Or you might have to wait a longer time if you want that option. Another way to do this, riders can reserve in advance. That gives more probability that the female driver request can be honored. Or the third way is to set a preference for women drivers, which increases your chances of being matched with one, but doesn't guarantee it. For drivers, they simply toggle on an option to be matched with a woman. And in case you were wondering, men cannot opt in to choose women drivers. So it's a really interesting program. We'll see how it goes.
I think it's been implemented in other countries with great success.
Started in Saudi Arabia when women first got the right to drive. So it has been tried out. Today, Uber announcing a pilot program.
I think this is great. Carmel Irving, Uber's VP of Operations for US and Canada, said, well, we're making our platform better for women. We'll make it better for everyone. After hearing from women riders and drivers around the world, it was clear many want the option to match for other women. So shout out to Uber for doing the right thing there. I'm turn off by Karen now, because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. That's it for me. One love, much love, all love. I feel the love and send it right back to you. Don't forget tonight, 6 p.m. Virgins, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Fiance, Hunt for Love. One love, much love, all love. Bye, everybody.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.